Shattered Vale has some of the most involved side quests in Black Ops 6 Zombies, which has led to the unfortunate consequence of a lot of misinformation in how to do these side quests. Today I'm covering everything, from free perks to secret traps to a free power vacuum. This is everything you didn't know about Shattered Vale. Now, as I said, the Shattered Vale has some of the more involved side quests of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and unfortunately that has led to a lot of misinformation about how to do these side quests. And perhaps the biggest offender of this misinformation has to be the secret SAM turret trap. So that's going to be the first Easter egg that I show you. Actually, I lied. Our first Easter egg is something a lot of people didn't know, is that you can climb on this little, whatever you call that thing, and get up here. But moving into the mansion for the very first time, as you're exploring the map, you will undoubtedly see these orange computers. There are 3 of these, well technically 4 of these, but 3 of them in the mansion, and there are a ton of guides telling you to activate this after activating the one in the Pack-a-Punch area. But what you need to do is you need to interact with it. That zombie doesn't have a head. And then flip the round. However, the biggest surprise, the biggest thing that works for me, and the way that I believe this truly works, is that you need to interact with this computer on an odd round and it flip into an even round. So we were at round 3, we're flipping it into round number 4. There we go. We're interacting with this computer and we're going to get this floppy disk. And there you go. Power's not turned on. I didn't interact with the Pack-a-Punch. That is one of the best examples of this computer side quest I could give you. I spent literal hours yesterday testing that. I've been pulling out my hair, and that trick going from an odd round to an even round is the only thing that has consistently worked for me. I have footage of me going to each computer and it's still not giving me that little virus. And to explain further, we are here in the, I think this is called the West Hallway, right near Death Perception. This is the second area where you can get a computer. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to interact with the computer and then kill a zombie and then flip around, and then it will either get you a cleaning screen, which I will show you, or it will give you that red pixelated death message, and then you interact with the computer and then it presents you the floppy disk. But nobody, it was one comment in one of these videos, that one of the 12 different tutorials that I looked up, that said it needs to be an odd round going to an even round, and that has worked for me. Now the third computer that is up here is just outside of the elemental pop, and it is right here. This is one of the same rooms that the bell is in. And for sure, one of the pro tips about the bell, if you are doing the Easter egg, is to try to do this at an early round. I always try to do it when I am opening up the map. Oh, there it is right there. Way easier to do that on round 6 than it is on 16. And just to show you what this computer does when it's wrong, if we can interact with it. Actually, no, you can't interact with it once you get the virus. Okay. I will throw up footage of me interacting with the computer, flipping the round, and showing you the cleaning screen, because like I said, one of those 3 computers will have the virus, and 2 of those 3 computers will have the cleaning screen. Again, you need to do it on an odd round, flipping to an even round. And so once you have the floppy disk, the same logic applies. Once you've got the floppy disk, you need to insert it into this computer on an odd round, so that way it'll do that system rebooting screen. We'll kill the zombie and flip to an even round. So now it's round 8, 8's even. This should now get us and unlock the super secret SAM trap. And you do have to wait just a little bit long. There you go. There's the SAM infected. I think you can interact with it again. And then after a short period of time, Sam will do a fun little spin. She'll reboot. There you go. There's that little spin. And now she should be a full-on trap. And that is by far the most misunderstood mechanic side quest of Shattered Vale. However, it does not stop there. But before we get to that, I just wanted to point out, if you shoot Sam, she has little quotes, and there's a decent amount of them too, and they are pretty funny. But for our next Easter egg, we need to get to round 11, which we're currently on, and we need to make our way near Elemental Pop, and we're going to go into, I think this is called the study, because if we interact with the grandfather clock, make sure you look up on the grandfather clock. If you interact down here, it won't work. You gotta look up here near the actual clock face. If we interact with that, those hands will move to the 12 o'clock position, and now we need to get to the end of the round. And you want to make sure you do not end the round just yet. You want to get down to 1 or 2 zombies. Once you're down to 1 or 2 zombies, we can make our way up to Richtofen's quarters, the director's quarters, and we can dive on into his bed, or you can just prone on his bed. And then if we finish the round here, oh, there's 3 zombies. If we're lying on the bed during this round transition from 11 to 12, lots of things happen this map in round transitions. Eventually, this will begin another side quest. And yes, you do have to lay here for quite a long time before it activates. There we go. There's that fade to black. And now we're gonna need to be quiet, and we're gonna need to sneak around. And while we're sneaking around, I want you to pay attention to any zombies that are either armored zombies, or as you can see, most zombies have these white Z's coming from their heads. You're looking for an armored zombie that has colored Z's, because the armored zombie is going to have a special key. And this is timed. If you fail this, you can lose out on the entire prize. Oh, I think we see him. We see the armored zombie. So let's sneak around into here. We're going to take the key from him. It's on his body somewhere, but now we just sneak on back. And if we go through here and then crouch down, okay, you can see here's our supply drop right here. We can open our chest and we've got Jug already. All right, well, there's a war machine in that. A lot of the time that will give you, I've gotten a triple pack-a-punch from that. Yes, on round 12, I think I have footage of it. I got a triple pack-a-punch from that. Usually I get an epic Aether tool, which is really nice, but unfortunately that's not the case here. And yes, that is also why I haven't upgraded the rarity of my gun just yet. And now we are on the second most frustrating side quest that I had to deal with yesterday. This is the Jumpscare Easter egg. Luckily, there are a fair amount of at least a little bit more accurate guides for this. The biggest deal is that you have to wait until round 13 for this to start happening, and you need to have a thermal sight on it. Now, everybody says any thermal sight will use on it. However, the orange thermal sight, I forget what it's called, but the orange one I used did not work for this. What you're gonna notice on round 13 is there are a pair of red eyes either in this window right here, moving on to the right, this window up there, or all the way to the front of the mansion around this corner right there, or up there. However, there it is. That was a perfect example. I don't know if I actually saw those, because this is the next most frustrating part about this Easter egg. Those eyes disappear and go to different windows occasionally, and it can take a fair amount of time for them to reappear. I cannot confirm, but I believe the eyes go from window to window. They rotate throughout the round, so you have to be decently fast. So, oh, there they are again. We're gonna look at that. There's a little woman that disappears, and lucky for you guys, I'm gonna be cutting back and forth between when they actually appear or not. But when you're doing this yourself, it's actually a lot more tedious than what videos show. Luckily, the walk back and forth between the mansion isn't too bad now that power's turned on, but it very much can get annoying because, yep, there's still no eyes. I should mention that there will be a pair of eyes on that window too, but every time I've done this, that's been the final window. And I think Dalek also said that was the final window. Oh, there's the eyes again. There you go. There's that one. Cool. So assuming we got that one first, that one next, oh, and this one over here, there should be this back window remaining. Hopefully, yes, there it is. There it is. Cool, cool, cool. Yep, there you go. There's the woman. She'll disappear. And then maybe she'll be over here, or maybe she'll be up top here. Like I said, I don't know. Yep, okay, she's up top here, so we didn't actually see her. Now, again, did she disappear because I looked at her, or was I not fast enough? It's really hard to tell. Oh, there we go, and there she is right there. Beautiful. Again, that's the final window. That's like 4 times I've done this, and that's been the last window every single time. But now that you've seen her on all 5 different windows, yes, it's 5 different windows, not 4. That's another thing too. We can go into the PhD room, and in this mirror here, be warning, jump scare coming your way. There it is. And then also we get some extra loot, and there's an epic Aether tool and a perk. Both of those Easter eggs, the Sleepwalking Easter egg and the Jumpscare Easter egg, tend to give you perks and kill streaks and even a purple tool. Look at that. Now we have 3,500 salvage on round 13 and a purple tool. So that's pretty darn good, especially because I'm doing all of these side quests and I'm gonna need a lot more salvage, because the next one involves this Marine SP shotgun, and only this Marine SP shotgun. To activate this, you need the shotgun, but you also need everybody's favorite perk, Death Perception. And I would recommend tier 2 armor, and I think I'm even gonna go grab Speed Cola. And with Death Perception and this shotgun, you'll notice that there is a place to put the shotgun, but as a great example, this is a green rarity shotgun, so we can't put it up there quite yet. Instead, we need to upgrade it to its blue rare rarity, and now you can see an outline. This is really cool. I saw this the first game we ever played on stream. We can put the shotgun there and shoot this moose. Sorry, it's not a moose, it's an elk head. And as you saw, it showed us a Tesla Storm field upgrade. So you can actually pause and switch your field upgrade to Tesla Storm, because now it's going to task us to getting kills while using Tesla Storm. So zombies will spawn in, we'll go ahead and activate Tesla Storm and start shooting everything that's affected by Tesla Storm. Yes, this is gonna push the round, but you'll notice that we'll electrocute them and souls will be collected, and we need to collect enough souls so that way it's happy, and I think it might be happy, I'm not sure. Yes, it is, because now we get a Mangler spawning in. How cool is this? We kill the Mangler and the associated parasites that it came with, and then the zombies will die, and we can pick up this upgraded to now purple rarity Marine SP, and now it has a random ammo mod attached to it. But lucky for us, we can flip to the next round and do this again. However, I will say on round 15 or 16, we get a disciple, which causes a fair amount of chaos. So you don't want to do it if you have a disciple. So even though the outline is there, we're going to wait a little bit and see if we get a disciple spawned in. And I think we're in the clear. I think it's round 16 when they first spawn in. All right, cool. So we're going to put our shotgun there. We're going to shoot that, and it's Frenzied Guard. I'm going to try to slow that down so that way you can clearly see, but now we'll use Frenzied Guard, and this should be decently easy. Oh, that's a nuke that I did not want to get. Oh boy. Well, that's just ruined everything. Or maybe not. Those, when parasites spawn in, I get, yeah, there you go. So now that we're at stage 2, we're going to get 2 Manglers. And you do want to be careful because you are doing this mid-round most of the time, so don't be afraid to come out here and kill the Manglers out here. The souls should still count. We're going to take care of the parasites, especially when we get to the next one. The next one's really, really tough. We'll kill this Mangler, hopefully without killing the round or myself. This is timed, by the way. You only have a certain duration to do this. If you don't kill the Manglers in time or the next bosses in time, it will fail. But there you go. Now this Marine SP shotgun is legendary rarity. And then we can flip the round, wait again, and we should be able to put it back in there. Yes, legendary rarity. However, I just heard a disciple spawn in, so we are not going to do that. We're gonna take care of this disciple if we can. Dang, this Kilo's not exactly doing any work right now. There we go, popped its head face mask. Let's just train these guys around here. Oh, donuts, this is bad. Like I said, you don't really want to do this with the disciple out here. Dang it, I need armor. And once we kill the disciple, that should be okay. And I'm just gonna quickly double pack a punch for this. And I am going to get myself some dead wire. And we can now on round 16 do that again. We're gonna shoot that. That looked like Aether Shroud to me. We'll go ahead and switch to our Aether Shroud. Let some zombies spawn in. And it is very much worth mentioning, if you do not kill enough zombies in your field upgrade, I believe it does act like it does during the SAM trials, where it will just give you a field upgrade for like minimal kills or something. Like this might be a good example. Oh, see, it's ready again. We'll activate it again. And you don't need to warp into them like I am. You could just get kills while in Aether Shroud. And once again, didn't get enough kills, so it gave me another free one. Aether Shroud is pretty tough because all the zombies run away from you, but usually you can just follow them and that might be enough. Okay, that's definitely enough. And okay, so now we get 2 Manglers. And as you can see, oh boy, well, let's use our kill streak here and an amalgam. Let's just run away. Oh boy, that's not good. We don't got PhD on. Oh, this might have been a mistake. That's okay. Lightning strike saved us. Let's just turn around here. This is quite a bit of work. I know what you're thinking. Why do all of this just to upgrade the SP shotgun? I don't know, because it's fun, maybe. There we go. That Mangler's dead. That Mangler's dead. Where's our amalgam? Come on, amalgam. Let's go. Let's get it. Nice. Death perception helped us. Oh, that Mangler's not dead quite yet. yet. That Mangler's not quite dead yet. Come on, Kilo, let's do it. Let's kill the parasites. That should be good. Yep, there's that done. And now all of that work for now a pack-a-punched Marine SP shotgun. Did we not do it in time? We killed the Manglers. Did we fail it? How in the world did we fail that? What are you talking about? Luckily, if you fail it, you could just go to the next round, try that again. Tesla Storm, that's going to be terrible with this explosive round. Yeah, this might not exactly be worth the time or effort just for a stupid shotgun. Or I guess maybe do it before round 18? All right, there you go. Come on, shotgun. Did that work? That didn't work at all. Okay, well, let's just pretend that worked. My goodness, that is just so tough. But despite my my absolutely terrible zombie skills, that's how you do this Easter egg. Oh man. Now we have a free perk Easter egg, which I could definitely take advantage of right now. But to start the free perk Easter egg, we need to get ourselves an upgraded ray gun Mark II, and a very specific one at that. But to get the correct variant of the ray gun Mark II, we need the base ray gun Mark II. 5861, very good. We'll take care of this Doppelgast right away, get our severed arm, make our way to the armory, and get ourselves the ray gun Mark II. And for this upgrade, we need to grab the sconce right there from this room, as well as the bell from earlier that I showed you there on round 6. And if you want a much more in-depth and better explained guide on how to upgrade all of the ray gun Mark IIs, be sure to check out the video that I have in the icon above, because it is the most accurate ray gun Mark II guide I believe I could have made. But now we're gonna put the lamp right here and do some Simon Says and open up the secret door. I'm also gonna pack-a-punch the Mark II because it's a lot better once pack-a-punched. And something you guys might have genuinely been screaming with me when I was doing this Easter egg, I probably should have bought double tap too. That probably would have helped a lot take out those enemies a lot faster. That might have made the difference. That, or I don't know, maybe I need to kill him in the room, but I didn't do it before. I don't know. I'm really disappointed I didn't do that. I apologize, beautiful people. But now we need to do this ray gun Mark II upgrade, which spawns in the Abomination. And when the Abomination first spawns in, he seems to always do his laser attack, so I always try to do that rock first, and then after a laser attack, it seems as though he always does a rushing attack. So to me, it always feels like you get a free rock first. And I always try to hold on to a zombie when doing this, and then I try to float around the last 2 rocks that I need to do, just in case he does any sort of laser attack. Oh, there's a nice rush attack. There we go, there's another laser attack, and he's probably gonna kill the zombie. That's okay though, we can bring him on over here. He seems to have a turning radius. I'm not lying to you. That's the only time I've ever done 2 rocks in the same laser attack. But like I said, standing near the middle kind of helps out. But once he needs to do his stampede attack, I like to bring him behind there just in case, because it's kind of an area of effect. And once again, I'll just bring him back around here. There's a charging thing, so that should get that one. Once he starts lasering, he can only move a certain range. So if he starts lasering, like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get him to turn any more than, like, it seems like 180 degrees, like 90 degrees on either end. And you just gotta be patient. Once he's back around here, I like to just kind of turn him around constantly, try to keep a distance. I don't know if that helps his AI, like, think he needs to stampede you or not, but there you go. And there's that third and final rock. And for this one, I've seen a couple of people say that this one is really difficult, this defense step against the Vermin. But the key to this is just holding a zombie, and that means that you will only need to kill Vermin during this step. And so now I just kind of spin around here and I just shoot at all of the Vermin. It's really, really easy. And if you do what I did and accidentally flip the round, it's still okay because you still only need to worry about the Vermin. It's not going to do anything with all of the regular zombies. You could just train the regular zombies and not go down like I was about to. But there you go, that should do it. Just killing the Vermin off of there. The zombies don't affect it whatsoever. Usually you're doing that on round like 12, not 21. So that should get you this upgrade. But now we take the Ray Gun Mark II canister down to this room, insert it here, and craft up the SMG ray gun. And yes, you need to do this specific quest in order to do this free perk Easter egg. It's kind of insane because now we need to take this Ray Gun Mark II SMG and interact with this to get the painting started, kill zombies with this specific ray gun variant. And once it's opened, you can jump in just to make sure the step is correct. And now we can take our bell that we found, and one of you beautiful people had a brilliant pro tip of putting brain rot on a melee weapon if you can. Going over here, placing the bell there. Oh, this is gonna be bad, isn't it? Can I get you right off the bat? No, I can't. Okay, we need to brain rot a zombie, which is really difficult to do if you're on round 22. Something that I've found to help quite a bit is throwing a decoy down and just like poking them until they do turn, and it doesn't look like they are, so we'll Aether Shroud. Can we get him now? Come on, brain rot. There you go. And if you brain rot, ring the bell, and then he should jump over and get you the flask that you need. Please, really quickly, as quick as you can, zombie. Thank you very much. We'll take that down. I'm pretty sure once we've done that step, you can now do the free perk Easter egg, but I'm gonna finish this out either way because we need to do this, well, either way, for a different Easter egg. So if you want to, and you might as well do this lockdown. After all, this is probably the easiest lockdown. It's just the Mangler, and the SMG deals fire damage, and the Manglers are weak to fire damage, and especially with double tap and a pack-a-punched ray gun Mark II, you should make short work of this. It's really easy. But now you pick up the Sentinel artifact, and once you hear Richtofen, that is going to start a different Easter egg. But now that we have this Easter egg done, or at least that step done, what we can do is we could sit here, throw a decoy, and ring this bell 115 times. So get your decoys, get your Aether Shrouds, get your really strong weapons, because man oh man, this might take a little bit. Not too long, like maybe a minute or two. And you could definitely get down to one zombie and just keep running around for sure, or just tank hits. And you can press the button decently fast, so it should be okay. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Random perk, and we got melee macchiato. Okay, but now going from a free perk to a free Aether Shroud, or multiple free Aether Shrouds depending on how you look at it, we need to start this ray gun upgrade. Once again, I'm going to start this upgrade step. If you want more accurate stuff, be sure to check the link in the description or in the icon above, whichever one I decided to put it on, because once this canister is full, we can craft it here at spawn to the Marksman Rifle variant, which is the most underrated variant of the ray gun Mark II here. And we can open up this portal once again by using the correct Marksman Rifle variant. Once we hop into here, listen to some dialogue, this should activate the step, and this is the infamous Aether Shroud step. Now, as we're gonna show you in the video, there is a free full power right there. However, if we're on this step and we make our way down to the underground section for some reason, there should be a free Aether Shroud canister either right to the right of the ammo box right there, or on the left side on this computer right there, or there is one on top of this desk right here. And allow me to show you, if we use an Aether Shroud, that you can see we have 0 Aether Shrouds left. If we interact with this will refill one of our Aether Shrouds. Now, this is one round use only, so you'll use this one. You can't interact with it again this round. You need to flip the round, and then it will go to either one of those other locations. Like I said, to the right of this ammo crate, it's sitting right on top of that little panel right there, or to the left, if we go over here, it should be sitting on this kind of mobile computer station right there. It's that bright blue vial, really good for this side quest, really good for this Easter egg step. However, as a bonus tip for this step, I always like to run this route. We will start up here, take a look on this computer. Nope, we'll go over here. Nope, down there. We'll look down to the left here, we'll slide over, grab this guy, and then we can make our way back into here, and then we do get a few seconds to pick up that, and then if we are fast enough, it's quite a bit of time. Look at that right there. We got all 3 in one go. And like I said, there is that free full power right down underneath here if you don't want to go all the way downstairs. But now, who's ready for a free Wonderwaffe? Because once again, this Wonderwaffe quest has a lot of misinformation. Well, not a lot of misinformation. There's one key piece of information that, thanks to my Discord, specifically British Pie, one of my moderators, pointed out to me, and it seriously changed the way how I look at this Easter egg. First of all, we need to get to the end of a round, and personally, I will grab a couple decoys for this. You have to, and this is weird, you have to open up and complete one of those 3 liminal spaces, so that way you get a quote from Richtofen, so you can come underneath here and shoot that thing with a ray gun Mark II. This purple mist will appear, and we have kind of a mini boss fight on our hands. For this fight, I highly recommend turning on the hit markers if you have them turned off like I do, because it really helps you understand this boss. Now, this boss, we're going to shoot this book, and the book is always here once you shoot the clothes. These are all homages to, I think, Sam in the Dark Aether, I'm pretty sure. But there are 2 phases of this boss fight, so let's show you. It's going to rise up, and I like to run around this pile of debris here. You'll see the records are there around it. Your job is to shoot at the records. That's its shield. And once the records are down, you can see the hit markers a little bit different. It's a white hit marker. And if you deal enough damage to it, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, I think we did it. I think we did it. Okay. If it goes away in that purple mist like you saw just there, that means you successfully done it. You will, and I repeat, you will need to buy ammo perhaps multiple times during the step, as well as stinking armor and decoys. That was the easiest one. The second one is found all the way back at spawn. There's a lot of running during these Easter eggs, and it's going to be on this rock right here. Now, if you shoot it, I'm actually going to throw a decoy over here. And once again, this is going to have little blocks that you need to shoot. And once you shoot all the blocks, there's like a white basketball in the center there. In fact, I'm going to end the round here. We'll shoot the rocks or the blocks, get them all done. Zombie, get out of here. Oh no. Okay. So that is our window to deal damage. Once we do that, that was twice, we need to lower the shield again as quick as we can. There's that last few blocks right there. Lower the shield, shoot, 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 boom, done. There you go. Really, really easy. So we lowered the shield twice. Of course, it's one of these rounds, dang it. We lowered the shield twice on the first object, the little book over there near Elemental Pop. We lowered the shield 3 times with this basketball here, and I'm gonna flip 2 rounds just to get some more points, ammo, Aether, Shrouds, and salvage. There's a max ammo, which is lovely. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to do this mid-round. You want to hold a zombie. I've seen a couple people recommend, I think it was Dalek JD, recommend the GS45s, and that makes complete sense with what we're doing here. Because the GS45s, like, are explosive weapons once they're pack-a-punched, that is by far probably the easiest way to do this. And if you have like a base ray gun, like a regular ray gun, it should be really good. I've seen people use the shotgun variant to deal damage to the actual object, so that's really nice. So yes, I'm not doing it the easiest way possible, but I think teaching you the actual mechanics of how the fight works is far more valuable than showing you a way to cheese it, especially if the way to cheese it is just using the GS45. So there you go. All right, we've got 2 full Aether Shrouds, 2 decoys, which is awesome. I'm going to run and triple pack-a-punch this gun first because that will get us full ammo, which is awesome. And I really hope I don't need to buy ammo because now it's going to cost 5,000, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be all right. Famous last words. But the final location and the final object is right here in the main room. It's a photograph. It's actually pretty difficult to hit. We're going to throw a decoy over there, and this is going to combine all of the different objects. It's going to have records. It's going to have blocks. It's going to have a new thing. And you just do this. There's phase number 1. We'll get damage in. Very good. We'll throw another decoy way over there. We'll get all of the blocks. We'll get all of the records. The hitbox for this can be really, really finicky. There's damage phase number 2. Very good. We're going to Aether Shroud, and then we could get some more blocks, get the records, get it going. Come on, almost there, almost there. Damage phase number 3. You do want a, it can damage you. That's why I'm taking damage. You do want a weapon that has a large ammo capacity if you're going to use a bullet weapon. Oh no, we might not get this. We might not get this. Come on, come on. Where is it at? Where's that damage phase number 4? Come on, donuts. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Let's go. Let's go. I think we did it. I think we did it. That purple mist. Nice, nice, nice. It's floating down to the elevator. Let's go, donuts. First try. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever done it first try. If you mess it up, it'll just blink out of existence. It'll disappear. And then if you flip the round, it will reappear in the same spot. So luckily it saves your progress and you could try again. But as you saw, that took a full like 200 round kilo magazine and reserve too. But now there's a purple mist down here. You shoot it and you have the Wonderwaffe. That is a lot harder than people make it seem. But hopefully with explaining the mechanics to you, it's a little bit more understandable, I guess. But now that we have the Wonderwaffe, we could do one of the strangest Easter eggs, starting with picking up this baby vermin from this little, I don't even know, ventilation cage right there. And we're gonna take this specimen all the way over here. Now, if you mess this up, you don't get a chance to do it again. We'll put it in this tray. We are going to shoot that bottle, these bottles, and then that bottle, and then it will start glowing yellow. We can pick it up and get on out of here. We want to be careful not to pick up our ray gun, unfortunately. We do need the Wonderwaffe for the specific quest, which I think is ridiculous. But now there are 3 microwaves, one of them right here. They're all in the same area. There's another one just around this corner here. The one I like to use is just right there. We can put the vermin in. We're gonna let them cook for a little bit. It's really fast. It's like 10 seconds or something. Oh, almost done. Wait for the ding, ding, it's done. We'll take the red glowing vermin now. I wonder if we do this fast enough, maybe I can get my ray gun back. That'd be pretty cool. We're gonna take it down. Ray gun's still there, very nice. We're gonna go to the right side and place the vermin on this blood spatter. And the reason we need the Wonderwaffe is to electrocute that fan so that the vermin gets sucked up into the ventilation. And that's the only reason you need the Wonderwaffe. So hey, I can get my ray gun back, I hope. And then we can ascend this. And then if we come out to the front of the mansion, you can see there are red glowing chimneys that we cannot damage. I've tried using a multitude of different things. I've tried using the Wonderwaffe. I've tried using the Ray Gun Mark II. That was a really good throw, Donuts. But yep, unfortunately, this doesn't work. What you need is a chopper gunner, I believe. But I'm going to try this right away. Yeah, it looks like you need a chopper gunner. Yeah, those, I think that landed. So we do not have enough salvage for that. So we'll go to the next round. I really hope it makes it to the next round. That would be pretty bad if you needed a chopper gunner right away. Yeah, I think I'm hitting the chimney right there. And yeah, okay, that definitely didn't count. All right, 2,500 salvage. That's beautiful. Now I can go get myself a chopper gunner. If I'm fast on the draw here, very good. Let's go ahead, use the chopper gunner just right here. Doesn't need to be exactly right here, but in front of the mansion, you're going to get a good angle on this. And now you just shoot the chimneys. You should get a hit marker, and if you got hit markers turned off, you could see the fireworks going off once you hit the chimneys. There are all glowing blood red. There you go. You get an Easter egg completion. We can exit out of the chopper gunner. And then eventually you'll hear a quote from Dr. Strauss, and you'll notice that there's some fog rolling in. And here's the quote.
1 minute, clear skies. Next, damn fog rolling in.
On top of the fog being right here, we have some ether crystals for some amazing loot, such as slightly more salvage, some armor, some more salvage, a smoke grenade, some more salvage, a Semtex grenade. You see what I'm getting at here? I think this Easter egg is more for the character quote fog rolling in more than anything. However, this does lead a lot of people, myself included, to believe that there might be other Easter eggs during this fog segment. And I haven't tested this further because this is like, it's such a hard Easter egg to repeat. Needing the Wonderwaffe, you need the whole like ray gun. You need to do a third of the Easter egg just to get the ray gun. And then to do the vermin and all this stuff, you need a chopper gunner. It's a lot. It's a lot just for this. And then there you go. It's out. It's disappeared. And I wish if somebody finds a way to get the fog back in, that would be one, a great thing because it's really atmospheric and cool, but also that would lead me to believe that there is something that we need to do when the fog is in here. But as of now, that is the fog rolling in Easter egg. I didn't believe people when they said that it was a Jason Blundell reference or a zombies reference in general, but no, the multiple times I've seen / done that, every single character quote has the fog rolls in verbiage. So yeah, that's really cool that they're referencing that meme. I think that's awesome. I love it when Treyarch does stuff like that. But now I want to really quickly show you every single special drop location in case you didn't know. The first location is a free max ammo right there. You can see on that pillar, we could shoot that and there's a free max ammo. Moving on up through the map into the courtyard, the one that stumped everybody the most, this is the free full armor, and that's going to be found on this post right here, way back there. You can see it just impaled by the little fence there. Next up, if we take a right into this room, into the fax machine room, which is technically not a fax machine, so I'm told. Inside this little corner, you can see it glowing right there, is a free bonus points. On the left side, on this back side, outside of the map, on this log right there, we have a free double points, just like so. As I showed you already, if we go to this room, prone down here, you can see there's that free full armor. Wonderful for all of those Easter egg steps that require Aether Shroud. Down the elevator, immediately, once we turn around, we can shoot, I think it's one of these ones for a, yep, there's a free insta-kill. And down in the tunnels, this one's a little difficult to see, but if you jump on top of these boxes, you can see there's a free nuke. You don't need to jump up on the box to get the nuke, but it's there. And once you've activated all of those drops, you can make your way back into the mansion, and just on top of the chandelier, or on one of the chandelier little posts, you can see there is a free fire sale, which is awesome. And at the beginning of the video, I promised you a free secret power vacuum-like effect. And we're gonna do that by building my very own side Easter egg, the donut Easter egg. There is a bunny head that we can collect in this corner of the spawn room. If we go immediately to the right, in this corner, I think there's another bunny part. If we go to the left, there is another bunny part right here. And if we make our way to this room on this shelf, we have another bunny part. Going right behind double tap inside of this bucket, there is another bunny part. And the final bunny part is in the library behind this painting right there. And now that we have all of these part pieces, we can do a very special side quest to me. All of the bunny parts are here just outside the mansion. We craft them up into this Mr. Peaks doll, and Mr. Peaks will begin or transform that doghouse into a Modern Warfare 3 doghouse. And we have little Donut with us. Now, fun fact, Donut here does count towards challenges towards brain rot, so that's pretty cool. That's good to know. But Donut here has a special secret hidden ability. Not only will it evolve into different things, not only does it have like an explosion attack like you just saw, but it has streamer luck in the sense that the kills that Donut gets has an increased drop rate of drops. Hopefully we can get, I like trying to train a whole horde around Donut so that way he explodes. And look at that, there's another max ammo. Looks like Donut is evolving, and there's another drop. That's 3 drops this one round. Let's see, let's try to train up some zombies around so that way maybe Donut can get some multi-kills here. It's not focusing on them, that's fine. There is 2 more drops. Oh my goodness, what is that, 5 drops this round? There's drop number 6. There's drop number 7, another double points on this very same round. And I believe Donut is timed rather than any sort of kill requirements, though I'm not sure. I need to do some testing. On average, I've noticed Donut last about 2 rounds. Unfortunately, he can't revive you, so he's a bad teammate, and despite me trying to take him into the boss fight, it does not appear as though he can go into the boss fight, but there he is transforming into a Doppelgast, and the Doppelgast is really effective. Hopefully he does his little attack soon. Come on, Donut, save me, Donut, come on, do it. There you go, look at that, there's some full armor. So darn cool. I love this side quest. It's so useful, especially if you're just going high rounds. The ability to drop like max ammos and insta kills and nukes just to make the rounds go by even faster. And eventually Donut might get us through this whole round here. Oh, there he is. He's done. All right. And now before we get to the final Easter egg that we know of, I want to show and poke your brains a little bit about some undiscovered Easter eggs that we still don't know about. The first of which being in this very courtyard, everybody said this statue has something weird going on about it. If we get close to it, you'll hear some music playing. It's very strange. It has blood on it. It's a statue, kind of like the golden armor statue in the tomb. There's like a bunny rabbit on it. There's a couple different rabbits on it with some like in a tree. Again, it's playing some music. And if we open up this liminal space with the shotgun variant of the Ray Gun Mark II, we could see this statue miniaturized right here. Now, these symbols, I believe, are just for the main quest, so I don't think they're directly tied into here, but it very well could be. But it is very, very interesting. We can't like interact with this all that much. There's just gotta be something there. Oh my goodness, there's just gotta be something there. And I guess bonus fun fact, not necessarily an Easter egg, well, definitely not an Easter egg, just a fun fact. If you have Environmentalist on PhD, when you slide through these gas clouds, you won't take damage, which is huge, not only just for this map in general, but for the boss fight too. Be sure to stick around for a boss fight video coming soon. But anyway, there is another Easter egg. We obviously have these, I guess those are deer heads and that's an elk head. Is that right? That's an elk, those are deer, right? At least it kind of looks that way, right? Man, I should know that. I really should know that. But while everybody was opening up this map and exploring things, we noticed those deer slash elk heads. And in Liberty Falls, there was I think it was a deer or elk head. But if we go over here in this kind of right side of the map, that deer, or that's an elk, right? I don't know. That's glowing, right? That's gotta be glowing. That looks like it's glowing yellow. And you know, I think we've tried shooting that with different things, but it's so suspicious. But without further ado, we have the final Easter egg. This is everybody's favorite, the musical Easter egg. They have been killing it with the musical Easter eggs in this game. Our first location of these pairs of headsets is gonna be right here in this room where we have our Easter egg ladder. The second location is just to the right of the elevator on this little radio right there. And the final location is near the Wonder Fizz / tier 3 armor wall buy on these boxes right there. Shattered Vale has probably some of the most intense and intricate side quests we've seen in Black Ops 6 Zombies so far. I would highly recommend not doing them all in one game like I just did, because this one game has taken about 2 hours. So are the Easter eggs worth it, like upgrading a very specific shotgun, getting a free perk after doing 1/3 of the Easter egg, getting a free Wonderwaffe after doing 1/3 of the Easter egg? And what Easter eggs are still left to be undiscovered? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want more in-depth Black Ops 6 Zombies content, be sure to check out this video and stay beautiful.